the same.
Gosh. So this will probably be a survive the round 2 push matchup, right? You also forgot to play Cyberpunk. It's not forgetting, it's just waiting until it's worth playing. Dwarves struggle against vampires. I have no idea. No one plays vampires. It's not really a relevant question. Back on like patch day, I played against it like twice and it was fine, but people have been telling me the matchup's not good, but I don't know if anyone's played it in the last couple days. I've seen one vampire in the last week. 2 vampires in the last week.
Feels like a pink fate every passing day.
Rank 10 feels like a lot of vampires. At rank 10, whether you have good or bad matchups against decks doesn't really matter. Just play better than the opponent.
Do you truly believe that will stop me?
Humans are buff, beasts below.
There's
None
Big
of which
Ring.
is worse.
I don't know, you have to ask Kirby. Kirby handles all my BTTV emotes. I want to play the Volunteers. I feel like... Let's see what he does, I guess. If he just plays another bronze, we're kind of sad, but... If we get, like... Not any gold, but if we get something bigger than, like, a Goliath, we're happy. I'd count that as bigger than a Goliath. Can I pass that?
With each move, you make my task easier. Excellent.
That still might not have been worth it. I don't know. The difference between passing on 7 and passing on 6 is pretty big. Just having a longer round 2. Being able to play Defender before your resiliences. But the thinning's pretty nice too. Gross.
Making moves like snogging a hedgehog's ass.
He's thinking. Decides to not play into it. That should be a win then. I don't think we get outpointed by Kostias. We can put both of them on the same row. It's a long round. Morning, City on. I guess by missing that, I can just Nero the Xavier now. Let's see where we end up. Call the Forest the Xavier. Never get both resilient units in the same rounds. That's why passing on 7 is big. Lets you your defender resilient, no matter what your opponent does in round 2. Hey, Anacivil. That should be worth it. I don't know if I want to heat-wave that. What is that gonna protect? Like Nithrol? He's not gonna do both Koshchei's on the same row. If he tries, I just move the one. Just do this.
Do you truly believe that will stop me?
Just sure.
Nothing like a dwarf to get you out of a tight
Let's see what he does about the Brouver. Only getting 3 on the deploy turn is kind of sad, but whatever. You might just beat Evo. Me. Nope, no tortoise. Yeah, he does have a heat wave. That's a little sad. If we held on to it longer, we could have made that heat wave be played in the Koshchei round. Heat wave's so bad in this deck. Hey, pancake.
How beautiful these golden fields.
Hit me does not exist.
Water. That's some poison.
There that is. I guess I can just play the poly. I should have done that last turn.
Here's one I could look at the hat.
I mean, if he's got Yrden, he's got Yrden. I don't know how you fit Heat Wave and Yrden into this deck.
Just let me reach the bridge. The bridge, I beg you.
Do you truly believe that will stop me?
Come.
I'm probably short here. Still just too many thrives. Discards Ozreal. Yeah. I think that was a line I had to take. Playing the Brouver later is better against Heatwave to sequence the guards and Barclay differently.
You
Free up
crossed
row
the wrong
space?
sorceress.
No. I don't think I ever touched the melee row. You had Defender on it for most of the round. Well, it's by moving the Koshche. I mean, maybe, but I gave my opponent enough respect that they didn't current their Koshche when they didn't have the space for it. Pretty sure they would have been fine.
Let us sing the song of steel.
Got a hearty hankering for Gwent.
This matchup was pretty free when we played it earlier in the season.
May your sword and arm be one.
I can move the big one away. Costs me my round 1 in Neuromancy. Yeah, let's just try to be safe. I don't need the poly later. Just make sure we win round 1. Matchup where I don't really mind splitting up my carryover. Okay.
Slaughter them to a man! Come on! Who's fast?
We await the signal. Till then, don't budge.
This just isn't traps. This is just pure elves. That could be a problem.
Can dwarves fight? The fish pissing lakes.
Can play the guards this round. So not pit, not incinerating. Could be horn. Could still be crushing. Looking armor, so it looks like crushing. We're just really respecting Zoltan.
We will take back what was stolen.
This is shorts. Does it matter that it's short? It's not a great way to follow up and take. Play the Yarpin. Hey, Ocean Smut. He plays a card, we jam the Justice. Well, we'll jam the Yarpin.
Oh, those gunners are in for a world of hurt.
It is queued. That's pretty good. So now this is bad. Let's play it.
No mercy! Next time it'll be personal.
And we're ahead. He has to click it. Doesn't flip, sir. Zoltan go? It got serpent trapped. It was able to kill off all our small stuff with the Swordmasters. Those Swordmasters were gross. They got us good.
Was it so plowing, crummy and Nilfgaard?
Glad fort, Duan. You stand no chance.
Arrow call too much? I don't think so. I like an arrow call. This deck has bronzes that play for gold value, so you never really have too many tutors. And being able to find your resilience cards in Defender when you want them is huge. If it was too much, I wouldn't be playing it.
Cast off your arms. Let us away.
Right, that's no problem. A sword to outshine Dwarves.
Okay, so now we know he's playing Mahakamorn. That was information that we didn't have. Cool. His leader is better than mine. Hit.
What's it up, boots?
Guess this just gets incinerated. Still better than the others.
Nothing like a dwarf to get you out of that tight
Yeah,
spot.
this doesn't matter. There are some decks that struggle to deal with unitless, but if you don't play one of those decks, you're not gonna struggle with traps. If your deck has enough proactivity, it's usually fine. You're able to bleed them. It depends.
Keep a stiff neck.
I mean, it's just how the card works. I don't understand. Because Ross is a movement card. It's every other turn it boosts the row rather than every turn. The armor's the Dwarf thing. That's how you make this effect feel Dwarfy. Or you be a top-ish tier deck. I mean, Gravesh brought it to the qualies. I would say that it's there. What's wrong with Dwarves? Dwarves is such a wholesome deck. Droll and Lock binary in the same sense here it is. Usually the decks that lose to a Droll and Lock are trying to be binary. But I don't know like what context you're talking about Droll and Lock. When I think of decks that lose to Droll and Lock, I pretty much just think of like degenerate FTKs. Fusion Sub-Zoo, but Fusion Sub-Zoo didn't really lose to Droll and Lock. Which is another hand trap against them.
It's like a pimp fate if you pass in day.
Yeah, I disagree with both things you just said. Resilience is a great mechanic, and Dwarves are one of the harder decks to play. Everyone fucks it up. In beta, Dwarves are completely different. Let's break this up.
Something just was put me. Swear it on my beard.
Do I want to wait? I think I want to wait. Hand traps are interaction. If you want to say every interaction is binary, then sure, but it seems kind of silly. What's the difference between a hand trap and just a regular trap? Usually hand traps are less impactful. Full volunteers. There's Zoltan's company in there. This should be okay. I mean, isn't that a problem with, like, really powerful things? Like, if you're falling to getting Ghost Ogred because your opponent destroyed one of your cards, one of your combo pieces, isn't that kind of just because you were doing something greedy? You got punished? What's the alternative, right? Like, if you remove hand traps from that situation, does the player going first just win the game every time? There isn't inherently a problem with binary interactions. They're just a reality of card games. Where they become problematic is when, like, the whole game is just based around a bunch of different binary interactions. So it becomes like, which interaction did you build your deck around? When you need, like, tile removal, and you need artifact removal, and you need weather clears, all just to play the game against different decks, then it becomes a problem. But, like, right now, tile removal is a very binary mechanic in Gwent. I don't think anyone really complains about tile removal existing. The issue is just when you need a lot of different binaries and it forces you to warp your deck. Yeah, we played some Pupiro. It was a weird game to stream. I mean, tile removal is completely game deciding. Depending on the matchup, especially. Like, tile removal against the Symbiosis deck. It's huge. Oh my god. Okay, we're going off. We're doing it! We're doing it! Nope, no tortoise. But it's not any green strength deck. You can play around Yrden. You have to have a lot of green strength distributed for Yrden to be better than tile removal. You know how often you play a Yrden and it's just like worse than any other tile removal would be? It's most of your Yrdens. Or like Yrden against AQ, where sometimes it just ends up being like what you expect a tile removal to be worth. Yeah, Dwarves kind of get fucked by Yrden. Dwarves is one of the exceptions, but like Witchers can play around it. Witchers would be the other example people would cite. Yeah, just like with every tower removal. If you play Heatwave, you play a lot of like 6-7 point Heatwaves. I guess we can just get out now. Kind of out of stuff to do. Never a way card game could solve the problem. No. I'm pretty sure it's just inherent to allowing people to build decks. Sideboarding's an answer. I mean, sideboarding just like moves the binary, right? Like graveyard interaction versus graveyard decks is still binary. Because we play best of ones and conquest. Sideboarding doesn't make a ton of sense in conquest. You trying to not leader? What is going on?
You have my sword, and all your taxes.
Okay.
So, no one else dares face me?
Delicious, delicious cards. I'm saying they can't really be avoided. If you want to like have a card game where you can build decks,
Down on your knees and beg for mercy.
you can't really avoid it. Like Lacerate's a very binary card. Should like Lacerate not exist? Ragnar is really binary if your opponent's playing shields. Should Ragnar not? Sort of. I mean, ideally you don't want your game to be completely defined by matchups, right? Like, that's the bigger problem, right? Where binary interactions are problematic is because games get decided in the deck builder or on the match selection screen. Ideally, you want, like, the plays you make over the course of a game to matter. You don't just want to play rock, paper, scissors. By limiting the amount of binary interactions. Like with tall removal, for example. You just expect every deck to have tall removal. So you don't build a deck that's going to lose to one tall removal. It's just not something that you can viably do. And that's fine. Because the rock, paper, scissors dynamic's not really going to pop up on ladder. Unless two players are doing something really greedy, at which point they deserve whatever is happening to them. To put it nicely. This deck doesn't beat Vi.
A wee hint. Dunny jiggleless.
Some binary elements are good. No one can build a deck that's good against everything. I don't know if that's true. I think they're just like an unfortunate side effect of allowing people to build decks. I wouldn't say that binary elements are necessarily good because you can't build a deck that's good against everything. That would sound like a problem with balance overall. Like the game just shouldn't come to that point. Sure, other tall removals. Heatwave's not that binary. No, but there are games where it still plays for like 6 or 7 points. That is the draw of the Heatwave, is it's never terrible. It's not like Vanilla Garrett where you can play it for 3 points. But there's differences between, like, I would say that it's bad when this card plays for bronze value. And it does play for bronze value, especially against Skellige. There's times just like Heatwave a Turgby because it's all you get. Yeah, there's more extreme examples for sure. Heatwave is just like the most prevalent one. Why is this down here? What am I doing?
Right! Come on! Who's bust?
It had a lot of binary interactions for sure. Probably too many. Ugh. Gross. So I can win uneven. even save the heat wave. Maybe. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't really want to commit more. Down 2, I've got a Gabor. Get a leader charge. Sweet. Okay.
Have you seen a fuse lying about?
Does
Have you?
it matter here? A little bit. I mean, him pushing is correct. There's no reason for him to not push. That might actually be better. It might actually be better.
Devil, polluter it all.
I drew the line. Drew the Vi, chat.
Use a pipes.
Freedom. I long for freedom.
So I could have 2 cards, but I lose my heat wave. Just hope he doesn't draw a Vi. Sure, he has an Neuromancy. He's probably just over. Yep. He has a Nero, and he'll just draw the Vi again. Is he even out of tutors? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did the deck play like 7? Still has Villum, I think? Or did he play the Villum? Yeah, he still has. Oh, then I played the Villum. Play this first. We'll armor the Yarpen.
Any is one I can look at my axe.
No Vi, please. Okay, we win. I think we win. Pretty sure we win. Vi's not that big.
Fighting me is like snogging a hedgehog's arse.
The self-bleed was correct. I don't know what you... Like, if he draws a Vi in round 3, he wins. Take a tie in round. Well, then he loses. That's nonsense. Vi doesn't want to take the tie. Vi wants the longest game possible. Because every card played makes the Vi, like, gives you more Vi's. I'm pulling the Brouver. I don't know.
Have you seen a tune lying about, have you?
I don't know. Because, like, the Brouver's good later. If him not playing Quacks lets me win with Heatwave in round 1, I'm pretty sure I win the long round with Brouver very handily.
What? This? But scratch.
Sure.
Good we's better than King Desmond.
Yeah, if you had the opportunity to block my melee with Spy, you should have done that.
Kill the sons, steal the lasses.
Feels like a pimp fate every passing day.
You're coming with me, dead or alive.
Pretty happy to see that gone. Polly deals with boats. Just a Nero for some nonsense. It's like, I could have Nero for volunteers. It lets me play the guards in round 1 if I want to.
Can dwarves fight? Ha, the fish pissing lakes.
Uncrate!
Deny the Hjalmar.
Either with my shield or on it.
Have the thing right.
Okay. So we got a heat wave that I don't care too much about. I need defender. I'd like Zoltan's company too. There's defender.
They'll never take one plowing step further.
Into the fray, or I'll pig as myself, you sweet life, Slaughter. Full service. I can use a fight.
Do that to try to keep the defender alive. If he needed 2 extra damage.
We'll fight to the last bloody drop in our veins.
Believe he can't answer everything.
The favor's enough. Let's get to work.
Or if he does answer everything, he can't play iced. Zoltan's company this turn. Moist, okay. Trying to keep the Blood Eagle bad.
I promise you a quick death.
Just let me reach the bridge. The bridge, I beg
Block
you.
the Blood Eagle. You're here. If he knocks the armor off the Brouver, I have the poly to put it back on.
Hey, not to stop me.
Get the move on, lads. Look alive.
I'll just pass with the Justice in hand. Yeah. One of the only Twitch people that I follow.
You shall
No, I am.
die, worm.
He's Ludwig. He's just a streamer dude. Used to be part of the Smash community, now he's just like general variety. You know his hit video, top 10 salty ice climbers moments. Stream camera would be on Tortoise and you would use channel points to check cam. Oh, I get it now. That sounds like a good April Fool's Day stream. I might yoink that.
Scoia'tael! Attack!
Let me check. His hours left counter is higher. Is it still around like 60 hours? I haven't stopped it in a while. Play garbage, I guess. We're not winning round one.
Humans above, beasts below. Don't know which is worse.
If he's playing a Frenzied Thou, I might just lose to the Kelly, but we'll figure it out. He's playing Beast too. Holy shit, this is so aggressive. Like, I understand not wanting to get dwarfed, but at some point you just gotta let yourself get dwarfed a little bit.
Can dwarves fight? Ha, the fish piss
Isn't
in
there bad
lakes.
problems to play here? Wee. Getting Zwei annulled? I don't think so. He's gonna try, but I don't think he'll succeed. Most likely we just have to let Siri Dash resolve. Maybe he won't try. Maybe this is just free.
Fighting here is like snogging a hedgehog's arse.
Yo, we can't lose. We definitely can lose, though our opponent has played a lot. I don't think he's pushing. This does remove my Brouver access, which is really spooky, but I don't know. Please update deck. I just removed the command. I didn't make it. A mod made it. Oh, he's pushing. Now I'm scared. Play Xavier next. Still take with Zoltan. Okay, that went well. I don't know what our opponent has left. Don't we just win from here? Is there a 5th engine? Elder, maybe? No, you can't play Elder. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're fine. Series pretty irrelevant if it's not drawing anything real. I get a Oneiro the Justice. Oneiro the Justice, get a Pyrotech. Probably gonna be heat waving the defender anyway. I guess Pyrotech is gonna lose its armor. Get a Miner. My row space might be an issue if he doesn't kill things, but we'll figure it out.
Oh, you've done it now.
Right.
We're playing Mill. I don't know. Near the very end of the season, maybe. Yep.
You've talked enough.
Mahakam wasn't it built in a day?
Okay, I'll try to get the deck link after the game. Wait, Mr. Opponent, but you get to draw a card. What if you drew a win condition? You could have gotten there. Sleepy Bear. Royal Inspiration.
One piece. Fight for it.
This deck needs Siri round 1. Round 1 would have helped. There's BA and Duel Links? Oh shit, is there? Wait, which ones? Which ones? Are the big 4 there? Oh, no Dante. What the fuck is BA without Dante? Beatrice or Farfa is whatever. Like, the deck was good before Beatrice and Farfa. What does a BA deck even mean? Oh, it's just ritual. I mean, it makes sense. I could see BA being too good for Duel Links. It's the kind of deck that's really hard to kill. I guess I don't know if it's any better than the fucking magician deck that people played back when I was playing.
For to marry a man! Alert! To die, but to marry is to die a good death!
I'm pretty sure we're supposed to do that. You can sort of play it like a Goki deck, right? Are Exceeds in the game yet? Can you make any rank 3s? So like you can Leviathan Dragon and just float your BA monsters. Or like Leviathan Dragon, discard Skarm. Search in end phase. When the Leviathan Dragon dies, you get your Seer. Seer brings back Skarm. Actually seems kind of good. By Duel Links context, that seems really good. How do you kill through that? Round 3 Dwarf game, what cards are committable? It completely depends on the matchup. There's no general rule. Everything is committable in every round. If you're trying to go to round 3, you're usually going to want to hold your resilience to play both of them in round 2. But that depends if you're like expecting your opponent to bleed you or not. If you can't go to a long round 3, sometimes you just jam them in round 1 and try to go for a soft 2-0. And then pass when they let you and try to get card advantage. I have to beat like Anna and stuff. There's a lot of stuff that I have to beat. I don't know how I beat all the stuff I have to beat. BA stall? No, just BA with a bunch of traps. Just like the Shiranui deck. Wow, no respect. How is Blue Eyes still tier 1? This deck was garbage. Oh, they've released alternative? Wait. No, it's not even in the deck. What is this meme? Played somewhat semi-frequently in beta Gwent. Why is it so rare now? Just other cards to play. It's harder to make it live. There's no Silver Spies. Like, Silver Spies immediately made Igni live almost. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm overcommitting. That's what I'm doing.
Leave it to us.
Skill less than add a poly out of deck. Yeah, that existed. It's not new. I would kill my miner. 7 damage killed miner. I guess I'm not that sad about it. Yeah, we needed Cultist. He doesn't. I'm gonna get Bone Talisman. I'm so scared. I don't know what's going on.
Double shake!
I need this. I probably need this for the Brouver. Who am I kidding? We're gonna push, so just get the Zoltan. Okay. New threshold was easier. Yeah, there were 3 rows. You could split your points up more. But that is part of it. chairs and works. Oh man. Stick chair seems a bit good. Water exceeds. Silent Angler. Huh. Yeah, I feel like these decks have gotten pretty far away from the type of Yu-Gi-Oh! That I enjoy playing.
Ha! Nothing like a dwarf to get you out of a tight spot.
Do I rate adding Sausage Maker to the Crimes deck? Hold up 1 second. Let's do this, and I think I'm leadering the Brouver. It seems worth. It seems Sausage Maker seems really expensive. It's what, 10p? It profits 3. You can spend 5 for resilience.
You dirty dart.
If I play a Nero 2 to get Gabor. Yeah, I'll play a Nero 2 to get Gabor.
For you now, anything.
9p and another Crown Splitter. What's the cut? I just don't know if it's solving any problems.
Back to the dust whence you came!
Yeah, like I'd rather have boat. Boat's just like a better resilience unit.
Scrub this, scrub that, for fuck's sake, I'm sick of these shows.
Maybe this 2-0s?
Oh, I see you've been practicing.
Yeah, like we knew that was in hand. Yeah, just another Carrack Marine, sure. Cool. So how'd this deck end up doing? Did we lose 1 game? Did we only lose to Koshche?